Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
Hey. Welcome everyone. Hello Bella. We got a busy day today, I tell ya. So firstly, I wanted to point out that next week is the end of our monthly challenge, which is Turtle. And today we're going to be doing something towards that. And I'm calling it the Warrior. But we're going to go from the sketch, because I've already done the sketch, but it is going to be a lot. So this one here, I'll just try and... So that was roughly the sketch. In fact, it started off less than that. It was like this, then this, and then this. But you might recognize this. But I have tried making it different, like running different, with a stubby stick, because they don't usually have stubby sticks. But we're gonna be vectorifying this character today. I'm gonna turn the opacity down a bit so that we can start. There's a couple of different ways we can do this. So one is using the pencil tool and just drawing around it, like so. But I'm not too good at that, so I'm gonna go with the pen tool today. Hey Nikki, so glad you're here. In fact, before I start, so I got a special present for you, Nikki, as it's your birthday tomorrow. I hope you like it. So there's this, which I will be putting on Club. I'll just do that so it's not lighting up blue like it was. But yeah, there's Nikki's birthday. I hope you like it. I know you're into elephants. She's not saying nothing now. Oh yeah, you. It just took ages to come through. You love it so much. Good. Like I say, I will put it on the Club for you. But that is what I've been doing today. Is this little character here. I think he's quite cute. Or she. I think it's a she. These eyelashes. Right, zoom right into the eyelashes. Yeah, I think that's a girl with a bib on, because they're having cake. Love the cake. Big smiles from me right now. Yay. Good. That was my intention. So now that's good. That's like the way. I was like, if she doesn't show up, I'll put it on Club. If she does show up, I'll show her. So going back to our warrior guy, I'm not going to use pencil tool. I'm going to use pen tool and the low poly mode from a fantastic artist that I found. So I'm just going to put in these nodes, and then when I click to go smart or smooth, it then draws everything for me like that, which is much easier. Still have to adjust it a little bit, but it's much easier than it was. And I'm going to make that a little bit darker so we can see. So I'll make this about 5. And there we go. So you can see what we've done and what we haven't. So I'm just going to go and put more nodes in now with the pen tool. Just like this. And go around every shape. And we're going to try and get most of this done today. Just wondering which bits I make smart or smooth. Probably that one. No, good. Now this bit's going to be interesting. The mouth. We're gonna I didn't plan this at all, but we're going to use something called knife tool, which is over here. And we're going to just draw that shape into the mouth. So down here and around. Oh no, that didn't work. That's why I didn't plan it. In fact, that did kind of work, but now we just got to delete this piece. So we're going to break it and then delete it. Just like that. And I tidy up these nodes because they're terrible. Then I tool. So get rid of these. If I can find delete. Why is there two? That's very strange. Have a little look at the files. That's very strange. There was two. Now I'm going to delete that again. There we go. So this is a bit more easier to work with. Delete that extra one. And maybe delete this one and this one. And maybe even this one. And then just make that shape. So something I thought would be easier ended up 10 times worse. So don't do that. My voice. It's so bad. So if it'll let me grab it. There we go. Oh, knife tool. Then use the break. Oh, you know more than me on this. I was totally unpracticed in that. I was just a one-off. Let's do this, and it was like, oh, it's bad. Just tidying up these nodes a little bit so it doesn't look so jagged. And we want that mouthpiece being underneath that cheek really. And we'll bring the sketch on top. In fact, where'd it go? Come back. Right, that sketch on top. That's what we wanted. And then we'll start filling in these as we go. So going into our FX and into styles and just on the base colors. So I forgot what color these are, but we'll just go with this yellowy color for now. And then the I don't know what you call it, like a beak. We'll just go into styles and make it that same color. And there we go. Just for now, obviously we'll change all this when we get doing it properly. So now I'm just gonna do the rest. Putting in these notes. Oh, question. What did you use on the mouth? Yeah, don't worry about that. That was the knife tool, and it failed really badly because I had to delete it and delete everything else. Yeah, it worked out really wrong. Just reading the comments. Nikki, I've used the knife tool. I've not used the knife tool yet. Yeah, it didn't work out great for me. So maybe not on the next time. Making these more smooth and just putting them into eye shapes. And maybe that middle one needs to be sharp, like this. I think so. And what we'll do is just duplicate that and grab the one behind and just move it out slightly. We're going to have to adjust the nose a tiny bit. So we'll drag these down behind the head and make that a bit wider. Maybe that bit a bit wider. In fact, if I grab these and just make it taller as well. There we go. It'll all make sense. It will. So, I hope that it does make sense. Do you think the eyes are the same colour? I should have got reference. I'm just using the styles. And we're on the base. Oh, there's the way. That doesn't look quite right, but I'll fix that in a bit. And you can see through, which I don't like either. But anyways, we'll fix all that. Going back to our pen tool and just fill in the rest. So we're gonna want this little piece here. And we want that same colour. And we want that particular piece behind the mic, like so. Just a couple of these things, so it matches the sketch. Made there. But we also want that mouthpiece to be the same shape, so we can make that bit. Or if it wouldn't let me. There we go. I'm gonna make that this dark red colour and put it behind everything else, like so. Like that. And we would go into teeth and things next. I'm still trying to keep an eye on the chat. It's very difficult to do both. We want that end one to not be as sharp, so we make it smart as me, like so. And teeth away. And then we're just gonna have the same again. So I'll just duplicate it and put it into the mouth, like so. And grab both those and put them inside the mouth for later on. I'm just wondering why you can see it through. That's very odd. I'll have to fix that later. But for now, I'll just keep going. So this stabby stick, if you like, it's gonna be this, and then just use the new tool. So we want this bit round and this bit at the other end round, like that, and just change the whole thing to a brown. That didn't work. Why didn't it work? Oh, it's because inside the mouth. We don't want it inside the mouth. but we want it behind the head. So we'll put it there. And there we go, it's right behind everything. Yeah, again there. This is the worst bit. I know I used to say the shading is the worst bit, but I quite like it nowadays. It's very strange. It's like a complete 180. Let's finish off this stubby stick. Just putting these nodes over her. And we'll make this like a grey colour. And make it all the whole thing. We'll grab it like so. And make it smart smooth. Except for those two middle ones. Got done separately because it's on such a weird angle. These two we'll use for the creases a bit. And just tidying up the nose. We want that brown on top, and which I'll do in a sec. And now put it underneath the stick. Well, oh, it didn't work. Go back. Why didn't it work? Underneath the stick. That's it. Affinity weirdness. Do we want it grey? Because I'm just thinking, what's the pointy gonna be coloured? So, let's make the pointy a bit out there. But I think that bit's gonna be grey. Actually, should we have it nearly white? Or should we have it that graphite colour? Because flint is what they call it. I'm just gonna move that to underneath everything. See, you can't see those bits underneath. So why can you see those bits underneath? That's very strange. Well, these bits are sat on top, so that would make sense. Yeah, that's more like it. And this bit should be on top of there. There we go. I knew I'd fix it in the end. It was just freaking me out a little bit. Doing it too quick. Trying to. Using the pen tool to draw our next bit now. So we're going to do this shell. First of all, we're just going to do low poly, like so. Then use the node tool to finish it off. We want both these. Smart smooth. This one we want a curve, if it'll let me. That one's going to be curved. Now we can't see the top bit really, so that's all good. But everywhere where there's, I don't know what you call it, this piece of the shell that goes round, we want to put 3 dots, make the middle one a sharp node, and just put it in a little bit, so that later on it will look good. And just do that all the way up. Just doing these ones. This will take a little while, but it will make all the difference when we colour it in a sec. And just grabbing that middle one, pushing it into the shell a little bit, like so, like so. Nearly there. Probably ain't got time for all this detail, but hey, I want it to look good in the end. if we run out of time, I will have to complete it off stream and put it in the club, because next week is the results week. Just carry on doing that. So now we can make it a different colour. So I'm going to go into effects. That piece of the shell. What colour is that? It's a brown. So let's go with that one for a sec. I think we might have to change it, but I'm going to give it a go. Now these lines, I'm going to try something. So I go into pen tool, and then we want to join up. In fact, we'll make it into line to make it easier. So from there to there. That didn't work. Okay. I think it did work. I think it is meant to do that. But from there to there, there to there. I'm going to do that all the way up. There to there, there to there, there to there. And maybe another one up here. And in fact, I'm just going to leave it. Now we're going to get all those lines we just made and change the pressure. So we're going to have it fully up in the middle and pointy towards each end. Going to have a slight curve with the node tool. Looks, yeah, that was freaking me out for a bit. Just curving all these. So there we go. And we need to change that black as well. So not going to use the effects panel this time. Just going to change it to dark brown. By there. We might have to turn the sketch off so we can see what we're doing. And all those have to be inside. I hate trying to grab them all. Inside that piece so that they don't stick out the edge. The other thing is that they look a bit too, I don't know what you'd call it, but they look too sharp. So I'm going to use effects and go into our skilled object and Gaussian blur, and we'll see what that looks like. So just take the hard edge off, and then we'll leave it there for now because we've got other things to do. Turn that sketch back on, and we'll go around the rest. So starting from here, we're gonna go just the low poly for now. Oh, I left it on line mode. Just go back, put it into bed mode, and just do this one. Say low poly for now, like so. Make sure it's underneath that piece of the shell, and the pressure is back to normal. So I'll just reset that. Now this piece is going to be smart smooth to give you that kind of arc, and then these bits will be underneath this piece of shell. Now the other thing, we're going to do that same trick by putting 3 dots and making the middle a sharp and just putting it in a little bit. And the same again here. Middle one sharp, put it in a little bit. And last one, middle one sharp, put it in a little bit. There we go. And whilst we're at it, we might as well do these inner lines as well. So on pen tool. Sorry, my voice is going so bad. Right, from here, we're going to try, we'll just do, oh, should have put it online, damn, and put it on line mode, press the X to get out of pen, which is what it was in. So now when we just do these lines, it will just do lines, which is what we want, separate lines. And the last one, we'll just do across there. Now, these are dark brown already, that's good. They're probably too dark brown though, so we're gonna change the whole thing anyway. So this one, we're gonna go into our effects, into styles, and what colour should we do this? Orangey. Yeah, looks about right. And then all those other lines that we just made. One, we'll group them, and then we'll put them inside the orange piece we just made, and make them a dark orange now. So we'll grab that orange and go just slightly darker. And again, they're too sharp on the edges. Then I'm gonna just go to our usual scale with object, Gaussian blur, turn off the sketch actually so we can see what we're doing like that. And go back into our Gaussian blur and just move these just so it's a little bit off, like that. There we go. We will come in and do highlights and shadows and things later if we got time. Just looking, it's like half hour's gone already. Just gonna turn the sketch on and try and do the rest. So we got a little bit of a neck here. I've left it on line mode again. Turn it back. I always forget. Now, if we go into styles and choose that same one, oh, are we on? Yeah. Where's it gone? This one. But we're gonna have to make sure it's underneath everything. So, by here. And then we got a little neck. We will put a little curve into the neck, like so. There we go, one neck. I don't like that those two are above the head, so I'm going to try and sort that. I think it's these two. I'm going to put underneath, and we need the neck just underneath that. There, that's looking better. So now, back into pen tool, and let's do this. What would you call it? Like a lid of the shell. We need that smart smooth, and we're gonna have to make that pointy so it doesn't do that. And get that about right. So this shell, actually thinking about it, that shell should be green, shouldn't it? Thinking about it. Hey Bobby, nice of you to join us. Yeah, I think that shell's meant to be green. I will change that because I am just thinking about it. Probably that green. And I'm gonna change the lines as well to just a green. So I'm gonna choose that green and just make it darker. Yeah, that's about right, I think. So we'll come back in and do highlights and things. Now that bit of the lip or the lid of the shell. I'm trying to think what colour they are. Are they like a yellow? I think they might be a yellow. Or is the underneath yellow? God, I need reference. I'm gonna make that bit slightly darker because this bottom piece is gonna be yellow. So let's do this bit now. Just coming down and deliberately put in nodes there because I need to move them all to make sure this piece is underneath that, like so. In fact, we'll make this yellow now. That's it. Yeah, I think that's about right. So now we're going to use the node tool to do these pieces. In fact, that doesn't look as good. So we'll make these smart smooth. That one. And we'll do our usual trick. We'll just put 3 dots there. Grab the middle one, make it sharp, and pull it in slightly. I think it looks better like that. Just gonna do the same here. Might have to move these in a tiny bit, or these ones out. I think that's more like it, because we don't want him to have super abs or something. So I'm gonna make that middle one sharp, and there we go. Oh, and that bit, just gonna move that inside the shell and do the exact same here. So pen tool, put it on line mode. Now we want it coming from over here and just into that point and into that point. I think that's all we need. We're gonna make that same yellow. So we're gonna grab that yellow and just make it darker. Oh, didn't click on both. That yellow and make it darker. Right there. Just gonna curve these tiny bit. So right there and there. I'm just gonna turn that sketch off so we can get this bit right. And put those lines within that yellow, like so. Because then, if they're right with this piece, like so, they won't actually show, if you know what I mean. So, now we're just going to go to our Gaussian blur, scaled object. I always put that on. And just use that tiny piece, like so. And like so, we'll come back in highlights and shadows, make it look tons better than it is. Putting the sketch back on. Hey Dawn, you alright? Just reading chat, trying to catch up. Oh, my voice. Right. Let's try and get at least this bit done. So I'm going to start with this leg. I've left it on line mode. I keep doing that. So go into pen tool, make sure it's in pen mode, because I always forget. Go in between the two. Then go to node tool and change this one to smart smooth. So we can get that leg like so. And we're gonna make that his colour. Then go into styles. And I think it was this one. Yeah. That'll do nicely. In fact, I'm just gonna duplicate it and just put it for this leg. Right there. but we're gonna have to put it underneath everything. And the thing is yeah, there we go. And the same for his arms. And get you to the pen tool, make sure it's in pen mode, because I always forget. And just do the same here. Oh, Bella, you shouldn't have. That's awesome of you, thanks very much. I always get like, I didn't know what to do now. So I'm just going to carry on doing this. I am really grateful, Bella. We're going to have to make this the top layer again. So it's above at least that yellow bit. And do this. And make it smart as me. I had to think what I was saying. He's got a little bit of muscle. Right there. And then we're gonna make the inner ones, like these ones, some more smooth. Like that. Now these fingers ones, we're gonna leave sharp because we're gonna pull them out slightly to make the fingers. Like that. And this one needs to be smart smooth as well. Like that. Now make that the same colour as him. This colour. And we're going to do the same for the rest of them. In fact, we'll come back to that. We'll do this arm in a sec. So now it's going to be behind the yellow bit eventually. And around. Well, actually, no. Might as well just go to there. Because we're going to have to make these fingers separately. Anyway, so why waste your time on it? So these ones all have to be smart, like that. In fact, I think the whole thing has to come underneath that brown piece, just like that. Yeah, we're gonna have to make these fingers separate. So this piece and this piece we're gonna make sharp, so we get that angle like that. And then we're gonna do the same kind of thing. So we're gonna make these fingers now. So it's gonna be going around this pole. So the thumb is like this. That was Lee coughing, if you heard that. I don't know what this will look like, so I'm just gonna make both of these. In fact, that thumb's got to be on top of that. I'm just gonna make these his colour. Yeah, it's getting there. And then we got to make the other fingers. So, starting from here, above the stick, we're gonna go back into the pen tool, and we're just gonna make these fingers. Use the new tool just to curve them a little bit into fingers. Make it so it's going around the stick. But we're gonna have to do that to that one and make this his colour. And we're just gonna have to adjust these so it looks nicer. Now we want it underneath that thumb, so we'll put this one here. And we'll shade all that in this, and we're just gonna do this so it's looking like it comes around that pole. And now I'm just gonna duplicate that. And move it. Just say it's this finger. And duplicate again. I always go to the one underneath so that it looks like it's underneath that one. And about there. Hey Renee. Just reading what it's saying. Sorry for being late. No problem. You're here, and that's all good. Just tidying up these nice little bits. About there and there. So that's starting to look good now, which we'll tidy up with shading in a sec. And then we're just gonna do his beats now. Just checking the time. I know we're running out drastically. As I'll have to. What colour is this piece? Let's make them a darker brown. Like this colour. I'm not too sure. I should have used reference, I really should have. And I'm going to make that smart, smooth. And above the leg. Where's the leg? Where's the leg? Is it these ones? There. These ones. No. That was right at the sole. I see him. Wait, there. There we go. So it looks like his leg's inside the shoe. Now you've noticed I've not joined these two, and we'll deal with that in shading in a sec. But I'm going to make the rest of the shoe. Not that I'm not. So always click the X, otherwise it'll just continue. And you don't want it to continue. I'm just going to make these shoes like that and like that. Now we want that underneath the spring. And we want the whole thing that brown again. And then we'll adjust the nose. So this one we definitely want as smart smooth. And the shoes on these things come up like that. And we want these two smart smooth. And they just come down sort of flat on there. And maybe not this far. Zoom in right in. So I can sort that little groove. But I'm just going to make these smart smooth. That's it. And leave the middle one pointy, like we always do. And then these bottoms of the shoes. So you gotta be underneath the spring. I'm still struggling what colour these are gonna be, because I've no idea. I'm just gonna make some of these smart smooth. Just trying to think what colour. Should we go for a grey? No idea really. Just guessing. And just tidying up these now. Like so. That's cool. And really cheekily, we're just going to copy the whole thing to the other foot. So we'll copy all of that one and move it to this foot. this needs to be lower than the other one. See, and just above that piece of leg. Right there. And because it's on that side of his body, it will be slightly darker. So starting with the silver, we're gonna should we try using our style? It's gonna be slightly in shadow. I don't know if I can find shadow. And we got a dark grey. I don't think that works. Typical. I really need to make more colours here. So just for now, I'm going to change it manually. So I'm going to change it to about there. And same on the shoe. Unless we got another brain in our styles. I didn't see one. That is in the shadows. No, I'm going to have to make more. So unfortunately. Actually, that doesn't look very good at all. So I'm going to do this manually. So on the one, we need it to be slightly darker. That one slightly darker again. That one the darkest. And that one just slightly lighter. Right there. And then what we'll do is use the style picker. Have we done this? So style picker, can you see it's red? So when I pick this style, it's gone green. So that colour is loaded. So now I can just press it on this piece and it will give that dark colour. But it's still loaded. So I press X to make it unloaded. Just in case I do click on something and it just gives that colour. But we're mostly there. Just gonna do a few more adjustments. So we'll start with his eyeballs. I'm just gonna use the shape tool for these. And just make this round. We don't need a stroke. And we need the eyes to be kind of like a black. We got black. And let's try that one. You can have it slightly raised that off and then duplicate it because he's chasing someone with a stabby stick. So just like that. And the other thing is we're going to actually join all these, get them out of the way. How you doing this? But yeah, join all these together. Into a group. Like that. And now we're above that group. And go into our pencil and do these little sweat marks, I guess they are. Use the node tool to go over them, make it smart smooth, and put it into. Should we try this blue? Maybe that blue. I think that's better. Now we just gotta use the node tool to make the shape right. It's a bit more rounded up here and a bit more short down here. And there we go. We'll obviously do these better when we shade them and stuff. I'm just going to duplicate that now and mush it down just slightly into this one. Just going to make it smaller and more that way. And there we go. Have we got anything left? I'll just quickly do these lines. Just use the pen tool and black. And then we'll grab all these middle ones and make it smaller. We're going to change the pressure of this too. So we want it in the middle of the full pressure, and then lighter pressure on the edges. Right there and there. That's about right. And then we'll just duplicate that and push it down a bit. I'm not really too bothered about these. They're just quick little things. And the last one, a little bit shorter than the rest. By there. So we can turn the sketch off. In fact, we'll just join all that together. And we'll turn that sketch off. We can find it. I think it's inside this layer somewhere. I've hidden it from myself. Is it this one? Yeah. So we'll grab that completely out so we know where it is. And then we'll just turn that one off. And then we're left with this guy. And then we just got to do all the shading bits. So we're going to go into what bits we start with. Start with that cheek because we started there. So this one. And we're going to go pencil tool now and just insert inside. And then we'll just treat this like a circle. So we just come down there and back up. Use our shadows now. I think it's this one. Maybe that's too dark. Maybe it's this one. Let's try it. So going on to our scale with object, goes blur, and see what that looks like. Might be too dark. Yeah, I think it is too dark. So back into our styles. This one. Struggling to find what colour we used. Go back to the base. So it was this one, which would be this one, which is too dark. Very strange. Let's try that one. Go back to our gold blur now and make that. Yeah, that's a bit better. So we don't want it too dark, but we want it just to stand out a little bit. Now we'll grab the pencil tool again. We're already inside, so we just gotta make this part of the cheek up here a highlight. So we're going to go back to our styles, into highlights, and then choose something that's lighter. Maybe that one. I'm totally guessing. So it's all trial and error. That looks too light. In fact, we could just shade it right out with the golden blur. So right there, that's starting to look alright. Now we do the same for his beak part. This piece here. Oh, I'm just reading 2 seconds. Yoshi. Kind of. It's from the same game, but it's a Koopa Troopa. But it's the warrior. That's what it is. Now we're on that beak. So, into our pencil tool. Insert inside. And we're going to come round his cheek. And back up a little bit. So that bit. I'm going to have to adjust that to there as well. And use that, see, as in shadows. This one. I think it was this one. I always get over there and it's over here. To get a golden blur. Now it's over here. Until it looks right. It's about there. Now this little piece here, we're going to say the light shineth this way because that's where the highlight is. So this piece up the top is going to be highlighted. So on this edge here, we're going to have a really high highlight. So maybe a white. I always give it if I've done scaled objects, if it'll go on and golden blur. There we go. That's cool. Now on our sketch, which I'll just turn back on, he's actually got like a little nose piece. So going back into our vector file, I'm going to give him that nose like piece now. So I'm going to go into pencil tool and we're going to say it's about here. Back to our styles and our shadows. Now that is going to be pretty dark. So we'll try this one. Just mess it up again. Scale with objects, golden blur. Now I come over the side. That is probably a bit too dark. I'm gonna go back into our styles and make that a bit lighter. So maybe this one. Maybe this one. Maybe that's dark. Wait, this one. The only way is to try them. So back to our golden blur. And use the golden blur. It's better, but it's still not right. Just reading the chat. If you use 3 fingers and sweep down, you can get another menu. Can you? Let's try that. So my glove stops me from using 3 fingers. This is actually more awkward. So what do we have here? Kind of like a quick menu, but as you see, it's not very good. Oh, it does work through the glove. That's right. Duplicate. That's a good way for duplicate. And copy and paste and make into a groove. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Expand stroke. I'd prefer that if it was convert to curves. Oh, it is there. It's just black tie. Rasterize. Solo. So you work on just what you're working on. Add swatches. That's a bit of an odd one. It's being a quick menu. And zoom to selection. A bit of a waste on an iPad because you can just zoom with 2 fingers. The only thing is, I would forget to use it. Now then, this still isn't right colour, so I'm going to try changing it again. Something darker. I think it's going to have to be really dark. Because we don't have anything that's that right colour. Yeah, doing it right. What they will do. Oh, I just realised what the time is. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave it there. I will do the rest and put it in the club. Yeah, you have to go. Yeah, I was just thinking the same. So yeah, unfortunately, it is as lot as it's like select piece, insert and slide, select a style, and goes and blur. That is pretty much it. It's that, but all the way across the whole thing. So that was the Warrior. I think it's pretty cute. Another turtle. Ah, that's a good point. So once we do the results, I will come back to it. That's a good point. Damn then. Yeah, that's a really good point. So yeah, I'm gonna call it there, guys. And thanks very much for coming. And I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.